Rodri, it's great to be back, opening day, and a crowd in the region of 18,000 swelling Ninian Park. You can almost smell the expectation in the air, and it's not just Bluebird fans who rate their side's chances. The bookies have Cardiff 9-1 fifth favourites for the Division 2 title. No Spencer Pryor today, he's out with a fractured cheekbone, but league debuts for 4 others, Neil Alexander in goal, plus Des Hamilton, Graham Kavanagh and Michael Simpkins. Kavanagh will not only wear the number 8 shirt, but also the captain's armband. Such is the confidence Alan Cork has in his new Irish midfielder. It's a big week for Kavanagh, who's in Mick McCarthy's squad for Wednesday's friendly with Croatia. Wycombe threw the nation on their run to last season's FA Cup semi-finals, but they managed only a mediocre 13th in the league. Precious few comings and goings at Adams Park in the summer. Of the starting lineup, only Darren Curry wasn't here last season, and 6 of the side are over 30. Jermaine McSporran makes his first appearance since a 7-month injury layoff. Curry will no doubt inject some pace and skill out wide. He's the nephew of former England midfielder Tony Curry and cost £200,000 from Barnet. Man in charge this afternoon is Phil Richards from Darwen in Lancashire. New season, new division, and hopes in South Wales are sky high as Cardiff get us underway, attacking the goal away to our right-hand side, and the omens are pretty good here for Cardiff because Wycombe Wanderers haven't won their opening game for 7 years, and straight away Des Hamilton, looking to make a dynamic league debut for Cardiff, stung the palms of Martin Taylor with the shot. Didn't need a second invitation to shoot, and Taylor, it swerved as well, was happy to keep it out. Simpkins, his first touch in a Cardiff shirt, looking for Earnshaw. Josh Lowe's header came off Brown. Still not properly clear for Wycombe. And Cardiff have a free kick. They're first in a threatening situation. Josh Lowe dumped on the deck. And Wycombe are concerned enough to have 5 in the wall. Will it be Legg or will it be Kavanagh? It's going to be Kavanagh, and he's drilled it, and here's Earnshaw! Good save again by Taylor. Really good start this by Cardiff City. Earnshaw saw the chance and he reacted before any of the Wycombe defenders as the free kick cannoned off the wall. Taylor again is called on to make a save. Weston clearing with his left foot, and it's one for Gordon to chase. Again, McCarthy covering. That will be a throw to Cardiff. And there's no one short for him, so this has to be long from Legg. It was a good head. Scott Young up from the back. And he got so many goals last season, 10 in the league, and he threw himself bravely at Andy Legg's throw and forced another save from Martin Taylor. Who said the long throws won't work in the second division? You can see the bump on the side of Scott Young's head, but it's all part of the territory for a central defender. Ian Atkins on the phone to Alan Cork, and no doubt discussing the potential replacement for Young if he's not fit to continue. And the board will officially confirm the substitution. Dave Hughes, the former Shrewsbury man, is on in place of the injured Scott Young. And full substitution for Cardiff after just 11 minutes. Here's one for Gordon. And it's beaten to by McCarthy. Terrific save! And the rebound has gone in. No, it hasn't. Not sure if it came off Gordon or McCarthy. Let's have a look. It was off, well, a combination of both, really. Taylor got a touch on it. Good jump by Weston. Earnshaw. Plays it wide, now Legg. Kavanagh. That was clearly caught there. Right in front of the referee. Steve Brown. Now we got the sympathy of the nation last year. He was the man sent off in that quarter-final against Leicester when he unveiled that T-shirt of his sick son, but no sympathy from the Cardiff fans here for that challenge. They've had a spate of free kicks from this sort of position, Cardiff. And that's another one from Cabinet. Changed the angle completely. Simpkins going in there, and it has gone in, and this time it will count. 1-0. And of all people, it's Danny Cabinet. He doesn't get many, but he's got Cardiff off to a running start in their Division 2 campaign. Well, it's been non-stop Cardiff pressure. Wickham couldn't deal with it. Taylor only got half a punch on it. And how about that for technique from a defender? Absolutely buried in the corner. And Cardiff City lead with 17 minutes on the clock. Danny Cabinet, an absolute cracker. Curry. Coming for the top of Gabidon's head, and the goalkeeper has to go down to save McSporran's effort. Here's McSporran. Trying to twist and turn against Simpkins. In by Rogers. Oh, the goalkeeper didn't shout there. It's come to Rammel, and that's a really brave block, and then over the top from Bullman. Well, full marks there to the substitute Dave Hughes for the block. Bullman had the second chance, but it was the block from Rammel. Long from Alexander. And that is half-time at Ninian Park, a storming first 45 minutes to the new season. Cardiff bossing the first 20 minutes or so, and ahead after 17 minutes through an unlikely source. Danny Cabinet with a really excellent strike, terrific technique from the defender, but after that Wickham came back into it, and at half-time Cardiff perhaps a little lucky to be leading. It's 1-0. Join us again after the break. Welcome back. Second half underway. Cardiff a goal to the good, but there were distinct signs in the last 15 minutes or so of the first half. Wickham are more than capable of getting right back into this game. There aren't many clubs where the chairman gets his name chanted more than any of the players. Not a bad ball, that. Wickham had made strides forward, the left back, trying to get the better of Reece Weston, but the full-back shepherding it away, but still Wickham have smuggled it back somehow. Here's Brown, only McSporran in the middle, and it's too high for him, but it came off Gabidon, and it's gone for the corner rather unnecessarily. Brown with the corner there. Dangerous, only half a fist from Alexander. Kavanagh on hand to clear the danger. And they say it's still supposed to be summer. Good jump by Cousins. Earnshaw's trying to make it though. Well, he got his shot in. He's so quick over just a few yards. Simpkins. He's got past Curry. Useful ball into Earnshaw. And he just didn't make the connection he was looking for. Well, may you applaud the cross. It was an excellent ball in from Simpkins. And it's about the closest that Cardiff have come to a goal in the second half. Brown on the stretch, it's only reached Earnshaw, nice turn. Cousins trying to stay with him. Grayson. Kavanagh. Earnshaw. Got the better of Cousins that time. Still Earnshaw! Great effort and an excellent save from Martin Taylor. Because that was fizzing its way into the corner, until Taylor flung himself to his left to make the save. Only a half chance really, all his own work. Nice turn that from Holligan, the substitute. And they've got plenty forward here, Wickham. Wine and Simpson in the middle. That's a terrific clearance by Leg. It sums up his attitude. He threw himself at that. He's only 5'8". But he made absolutely certain he was going to get that. Could have been dangerous, but Legg was having none of it. Lovely pass, and well kept in too by Paul Grayson. Legg on the left foot, deflection, corner. Kavanagh. Over McCarthy, Fortune West, and somehow Taylor grabbed it. Looked for all the world like it was going to be a second, but instead here come Wickham on the counter. Played forward towards Keith Ryan, and that will just be a goal kick. Well, this certainly would have settled matters. Played in by Kavanagh over the defender, and it was taken out of, well, away by Taylor just as Fortune West was pulling his head back to knock it in. And they're just going to try and keep the ball in Wickham's half now, Cardiff. Hamilton, good drive. And for a second, Taylor had lost it. Recovered the ball before Earnshaw could pounce on the rebound. 18,000 whistling, and the referee agrees. Cardiff City begin their second division campaign with a victory. And from the noise inside Ninian Park, you'd have thought they'd won the title. Little matter of 40-odd games to go. But the one goal today from Danny Gavin has given them a priceless 3 points. So far, so good for Cardiff City. Winners over Wickham by 1-0. The
3 points was a must for us, really. I mean, it's the expectations of the club has been phenomenal the last 5 weeks, and we didn't play very well, but we started very brightly, got the goal, and that was us finished really. But we defended okay, and to be fair, they didn't really create many chances, and I'm just delighted for the public. A fantastic crowd that we got the win from.
Do you think the expectation was part of the problem after the first 20 minutes? Maybe it got to the players a little bit.
I think it's been coming. I mean, you can see the whole club today was like everyone's a bit nervous. Sam's a bit nervous. I was nervous, and the players you can see were a little bit. But today we started very brightly and got the goal. But after that we sort of died down and just defended really. But we can do a lot. We can play a lot better than that. We have played a lot better than that, and I say once that one's gone now we're okay, I think.
And Gabardin's goal, terrific technique for a defender.
Yeah, normally he falls over when he does that, but I mean, he stood right behind me now. So no, I mean it's a good goal. I mean, he's done very well today, Gabs. I thought he was man of the match today.
And Luchetti and Booth have been in the papers the last few days. What's the latest on that situation?
No, I'll speak to them over the weekend and see what's going on with them, see if they want to come down on Monday.
So you're still hopeful there's a chance of getting them to the club?
Yeah, we've agreed the fees and just got to get the if they want to come down. If they don't want to come down, I'm sure someone else will come down.
Cardiff in their new change strip of all red and all at sea on several occasions in the first few minutes. The back four stretched by a couple of crosses. Neil Alexander happy to see the headers they led to going just over the bar. City soon settled though. Des Hamilton playing Graham Kavanagh in. Mark Tyler blocking well. Danny Gabardin blazing wide in the end. Hamilton and Kavanagh starting to run the show in midfield, and they combine to open the scoring. Kavanagh controlling Hamilton's pullback before drilling a low shot past Tyler's right hand. 18 minutes into the match, Graham Kavanagh again demonstrating just what an important and influential arrival he's likely to be at Ninian Park. Cardiff good value for their lead, and Robert Earnshaw gave Gavin Gordon the opportunity to extend it. Unfortunately, not the best attempt at a finish. Still, no team managed by Barry Fry is likely to lay down and surrender, and Peterborough began to force their way back into the game. They received their reward just a minute before half-time, under Clark's strength, taking him across the box, David Farrell making the very most of the loose ball. It really wasn't a great goal to concede from a defensive point of view. Neither David Hughes nor Rhys Weston will feel they did all they could to prevent it. No chance for Neil Alexander though, 1-1 at the interval. Cardiff continued to carve out the better chances after the break. Gavin Gordon linking well with Des Hamilton, the end not matching the approach. They thought they'd scored after one of Andy Legg's long throws. Leo Fortune West on for Gabardin and Hughes combining to bundle the ball in, only to see the effort ruled out for a foul on Daniel Connor, the young keeper who'd come off the bench to replace the injured Mark Tyler. Another leg throw then saw Connor produce a stunning save to deny Danny Gabardine, before City found the net again. No complaints this time though. Legs corner out of play before Gabardine's athleticism set up Graham Kavanagh. Cardiff definitely the stronger side by the finish. Weston picking out Fortune West, the big man not quite able to hit the target. 1-1 it stayed then, and away from home that counts as a very useful result. But it's a measure of the expectation at Cardiff at the moment that the players were left a little unhappy that they didn't take all 3 points. Another very useful crowd for Cardiff, 13,383 there to see Danny Gabardine's header bounce off the bar as City began to take control of the game. But it wasn't until Michael Simpkins picked out Robert Earnshaw's run that they made it count. Terrific skill by the little striker, a perfect cross, an emphatic finish from Leo Fortune West. 39 minutes into the match and the goal worth waiting for. A lovely piece of play by Earnshaw, Fortune West hammering the header past Gareth Stewart. Cardiff had recalled Willie Boland to midfield, allowing Des Hamilton to turn up on the right for a left-footed effort that brought the best out of Stewart. But the Bournemouth keeper was beaten again 4 minutes into the second half. Graham Kavanagh won the ball to set up Robert Earnshaw. He let fly from 25 yards and found the far corner. No more than Earnshaw deserved for his performance, no more than his team deserved for theirs. 2-0 up in front of their own fans and surely heading towards all 3 points. Well, not quite. Danny Gabardine caught wrong side of Warren Feeney. Down they went, penalty given. Gabardine aggrieved, but any kind of contact in that position is always likely to see the referee point to the spot. Feeney himself got up to beat Neil Alexander, and all of a sudden, Bournemouth right back in contention on 62 minutes. Alexander almost getting there, in fact, only inches away. And there was worse to come. Nothing more than a high hit-and-hope hoof into the box, missed by Andy Legg, and Jason Tindall accepting a gift of a chance. Bournemouth hadn't managed a single league goal before yesterday. Now they'd scored twice in a matter of 3 minutes. Both down to some fairly dismal defending by a back four supposedly strengthened by the presence of Spencer Pryor. Cardiff then needing to win it all over again. Graham Kavanagh denied by Stewart, but his side not helped by being reduced to 10 men. Willie Boland and Ernie Howe in hard for a 50-50 ball. Referee Mike Fletcher not at all impressed by Boland's challenge, and the City player, who'd already been booked, collecting the second yellow card that added up to a red. Cardiff could even have lost the match in the end. Neil Alexander scrambling for a late save. They didn't, but for players and supporters alike, it was definitely one of those draws that does feel like defeat.
Cardiff boss Alan Cork generally likes to play things down, but even he admits this is the biggest test yet of City's promotion ambitions. And Cork makes a major change today in the Bluebirds' midfield. Last season's Player of the Year and the club captain Andy Legg is dropped. Mark Bonner comes in. Rob Earnshaw, though, has recovered from a knee injury that saw him withdraw from the Welsh under-21 squad. A big day too for Paul Grayson, a man with a point to prove. He scored only once in more than 40 appearances for Reading, but has looked a different player since his move to South Wales. Reading are the only side in the country who haven't yet conceded a goal this season. The Royals are really living up to their billing as Division 2 favourites. Manager Alan Pardew names an unchanged side. That means number 7 Tony Rougier keeps his place up front, despite Martin Butler's recovery from injury. Butler scored 24 times last season, but starts on the bench. The real danger man is 26-year-old Jamie Curitan, bought for a bargain £250,000 from Bristol Rovers a year ago. His 31 strikes last term won the division's Golden Boot, and he's already off and running this season with both goals in last weekend's win at Port Vale. And in charge today is David Pugh from Merseyside, and we're underway. Cardiff in their change strip of all red, and they're attacking the goal on the way to our right in this first half, and both these sides unbeaten in Division 2 so far this season. Cardiff with a win and a couple of draws, and Reading with 3 victories and a draw on that very impressive record of having yet to concede a league goal. Let's hope that Cardiff can test them this afternoon. It's a terrific atmosphere inside the stadium. here at the Medeski. Crowd certainly well into 5 figures. And the first free kick of the game goes in Cardiff City's favour. Looking for Brayson. I'm sure that'll be a free kick to Cardiff City. And through the back of his man, A.D. Williams. And now maybe City can exert some pressure. Spencer Pryor has come up for this free kick. Simpkins takes, and a free header. But the goal has been given. Thought for a second the referee had disallowed it. But in fact he has disallowed it. I think Cardiff took a while to realise that. But the referee had spotted his linesman's flag. It was a very confusing signal from David Pugh. It did all look a little bit too easy. Let's have another look. Ball floated in. And look offside. Fortune West looked to be lent on there, and that's the way the official's seen it as well. He is making a real nuisance of himself in his early minutes near Fortune West, and it's another free kick. And the referee will want the ball back another couple of yards at least. Long shot to Kavanagh, its favourite here. Kavanagh strikes it! Off the post and in by Fortune West! And this time it does count. Cardiff City fans behind the goal celebrate. Their team ahead after 11 minutes. Kavanagh with the free kick. It came back off the woodwork. And Leo Fortune West counts for his second goal of the season. Perfect start for the Bluebirds. Here's another look. It was deflected onto the post, and he reacted very sharply, the big number 9. Goalkeeper got something on it. Fortune West was never going to miss from there. The first goal that Reading have conceded this season. So Reading's first corner of the game. Alexander stays at home, away by Fortune West helping out, and then by Brayson. And the clearance went backwards. Still danger here. It's somehow not gone in. I think the Cardiff players were expecting the flag. They're screaming blue murder at the assistant official. Nothing given. But somehow, the goalkeeper and woodwork, it stayed out. Cardiff just stopped it. They were absolutely certain that Curitin was offside. He took that beautifully in his stride and slipped it through to Curitin. Keeper's lost it. 1-1. Reading back on terms. We played just half an hour. Neil Alexander beaten. It was a sweet move from the home side. Excellent run by Murty initially. Curitin's strike, which was only parried, and Alex Smith was in the right place at the right time to equalise for the Royals. Good football from Reading. Alexander couldn't hold it. Smith was in like a speeding greyhound to make it 1-1. Bonner. Free kick, I think, to Cardiff. Not the challenge on Mark Bonner. Simpkins to take. Being dangerously. Goalkeeper's lost it. Fortune West nearly in there. Pryor goes down. Hamilton's shot was charged down. And Gavin net. Didn't reach Brayson. Brayson was doing a bit of pushing and pulling. A free kick to Reading, but they so nearly fell behind for a second time after some defending that bordered on the comic. Goalkeeper here just, what was he doing? Fortune West nearly got in. Pryor went down. action stations in the Reading box. And eventually, it was Brayson who gave away a free kick. And it's a free kick now to Cardiff. Just a bit too far out for Kavanagh to contemplate a strike at goal, so he chips it instead. Fortune West goes down, no offside here against Earnshaw, and I can't believe he's missed it. He's normally so good in those situations. There was no flag. Golden chance for Earnshaw after Fortune West had gone down. Wasn't the easiest angle, I guess, to be fair, but you would expect the net to bulge. Here's the corner towards Pryor, who won it. Fortune West, and in! He's got a second. Cardiff have a second. It may have come off a Reading defender last, but I'm sure Fortune West will claim it. Whitehead beaten again. What an amazing game. And Rob Earnshaw will be feeling much better now. I'm sure that Fortune West will claim that. It certainly struck. I think it was Harper who it came off, but it's 2-1 Cardiff. That's the important statistic. This time, Pryor has stayed back. Kavanagh goes for goal, and so nearly made it. Terrific effort. Caught Whitehead out, and the ball back off the upright. Nearly was 3-1. Terrific effort. I don't think Reading actually believed he would go for the shot himself like that. He hasn't been impressed by what he's seen, I'm sure. It is half-time at the Medeski. 2 goals from Leo Fortune West have done the damage for Cardiff City. Sandwiched between them was an Alex Smith equaliser. But against the odds, the Bluebirds lead at half-time. It's Reading 1, Cardiff. Welcome back to Soccer Sunday, coming to you from the Medeski Stadium. Cardiff City leading by 2 goals to 1. And full value for that lead. Better side in the first half. They looked dangerous just about every time they came forward. And not surprisingly, Alan Cork has made no team changes at the interval. There's the man who's got both the goals. Igo. Good try off the woodwork and away by Weston before Butler could snaffle the rebound. Well, you need a bit of luck at times, and Cardiff certainly got it then. It was a snapshot from Sammy Igo. Goalkeeper may have got something on it, maybe a touch, and Weston reacted very quickly. Harper again. Up in the air as Maxwell tried to clear. Leg couldn't make it. It came off Bonner, and it very nearly sneaked into the top corner. It would have been a really soft goal to concede. I think it was actually Whitbread who had the effort, the centre half. Rather scrappy defending from Cardiff City. It hit Bonner there, and Alexander had an anxious look behind his shoulder. A really strong challenge. The referee was very close to it. I think some of the players didn't like it either. Phil Parkinson, I think, and it's all getting somewhat heated here. Now, what's the referee going to... It's a red card. A red card for the Reading captain. And Phil Parkinson is sent off here. He hadn't been booked previously. The referee saw that as a straight sending off offence, and maybe further action to follow here. Who's had one look at the watch. Alexander will clear. And that is full time at the Medeski. It's a terrific result for Cardiff City and their travelling supporters. A tactical triumph for Alan Cork and his assistants, and a 2-goal triumph for Leo Fortune West. A result will send a message to the whole of Division 2. Reading's unbeaten run is history, but Cardiff's go on. Winners here by 2-1.
It's a difficult place to come, you know, and they've been doing ever so well. Yeah, we're not a bad side, and I say it's early doors yet, but I'm pleased with the winner. You know, after having 2 weeks off, it's important you get back and to get some points back on the board. I mean, to be fair, Leo's worked very hard today and deserved his goals, you know. And, you know, he has improved since last year. Whether it's the thought I'm bringing people in, I don't know, but he's trying really hard. And I said his work rate today was outstanding. We're always going to score goals. You know, it's just a case of keeping clean sheets. I mean, we went 1 up and deservedly so. Then we went sloppy for 15-20 minutes and didn't do their jobs. You know, and you know they're learning. You know, the young boys are learning. I said to them today, it's time you became big boys and got on with it. And second half, they defended very well.
Peter Thorne on the substitutes bench, Paul Brayson partnering Leo Fortune West up front in the absence of the injured Robert Earnshaw, both watching from the other end as Cambridge made most of the early running. 14 minutes into the match, when they took the lead, a messy old effort, David Kitson claiming the final touch as the Cardiff defence failed to clear a corner from Paul Wanless. City had looked so composed in their excellent win at Reading the week before, but they struggled at the Abbey Stadium, a tight pitch, a small ground, a poor gate and a windy day. Just the sort of place you do need to grind out a good result, of course. And to be fair, Cardiff were a little unfortunate when Andy Legg's volley came back off the woodwork. Michael Simpkins' follow-up charged down as well. Just seconds later, what could have been 1 apiece turned into 2-0 down. Paul Wanless from close range. The City, so used to causing other teams problems with Andy Legg's long throws, found themselves unable to cope with the Cambridge version. Again, not the best defending you'll ever see. Wanless wasn't going to miss from that distance. 71 minutes gone, and City's second best to a side who were bottom of the table going into the game and without a single win so far. For long-term Cardiff watchers, of course, just the sort of match they would lose, even with Peter Thorne on for the last half hour or so. They did pull 1 back when it was too late to matter. Graham Kavanagh picking out Leon Gian, also off the bench for his first appearance, Mark Bonner heading against the bar, and invisible Andy Legg thrashing in the rebound. Already deep into injury time, however, and that was that. Cardiff beaten in the league for the first time, a test of their expensive squad to see just how they react to the setback.
Disappointed with a few of the players' attitudes, really. You know, you have to earn the right to win games and play football, and we didn't earn that right first half. And then we piled on too late, but you know, it's football. You know, it's been a funny week with the good result last Saturday, and I think some of the players just got to turn up to win the game, and unfortunately they found out it's not like that.
By the manager's own admission, Cardiff haven't been at their best so far this season, but if they don't lose today, Alan Cork will make his own little piece of Bluebirds history. It would be a club record 28 straight league games at Ninian Park without defeat. Cork makes 2 changes to the side that beat bottom club Northampton on Tuesday night. Willie Boland starts in place of Des Hamilton, and Leo Fortune West will play up front, midfielder Mark Bonner, the man sacrificed. Huddersfield began their season with 4 wins in their first 5 games, but have lost their last 2. And today, boss Lou Macari is again without influential midfielder Chris Beach. Number 2, Steve Jenkins, is the current Wales right-back, and the Terriers' most experienced outfielder is Kenny Irons, who cost $500,000 from Tranmere 2 seasons ago. And this afternoon, the chance to compare the striker Cardiff signed and the one they didn't. Peter Thorne and Andy Booth both wear number 32, and they're both proven marksmen. Thorne arrived from Stoke for a second division record of £1.8 million. At 28, he's at the peak of his powers and has already reached a century of goals. Booth's in his second spell at Huddersfield, interrupted by a near £3 million move to Sheffield Wednesday. But when Cardiff announced he was likely to join at the start of the season, it provoked a vicious war of words between the clubs, with allegations strongly denied of an illegal approach. And in charge this afternoon is John Brandwood from Lichfield in Staffordshire. underway then, and the Andy Booth situation adds a bit of spice to this meeting between two sides in the top half of the table rather. In fact, the rivalry between these clubs goes back 80 years. First meeting here in 1921 ended goalless. And there's Cardiff's leading marksman, 3 goals so far for Fortune West. And he's the target of the kick, and he won it too. On towards Andy Legg. Only Thorne in the middle. It might reach him though, and it would have done if it hadn't been for Gareth Evans, who somehow cushioned a looping header back to Margetson. Alan Cork approaching a year in the job at Cardiff City. Lou Macari, who is also approaching his first anniversary at Huddersfield, but has been in management for nearly 20 years. Fortune West had a yard there, but his first touch just let him down. And so did Hollands. Very quickly in to the tackle was Boland, and now it's Grayson with Fortune West and Thorne both waiting. It's towards Peter Thorne, and he scores after 7 minutes. That's why they paid the money. A classic centre-forwards header. Cardiff City in front. And he buried the header. Beautifully picked out by Paul Grayson. He just got the march on his marker. And that is textbook. No way that Margetson could get there. He knew exactly where he wanted to put it. Evans. Gray, Evans again. They are pretty much a passing side, Huddersfield Town. They won't be belting too many long balls forward, you suspect. They won't mind that either, being given the ball, but one back by Weston, now Kavanagh. With a sidestep against Mathis, but Huddersfield recover possession. And here goes Thorrington again. Slip through to Andy Booth, back to Thorrington. Schofield just slipped, but he still may have a chance, and saved by the legs of Alexander. Well, eventually West unable to get it into touch. That was a nervous moment for Cardiff City. Neat passing, that's what Lou Macari preaches. Schofield semi-slipped there, but recovered, got it on target. And Alexander to the rescue. Irons. Thorrington towards Schofield, who worked well to control that, and the shot from Mattis is in. Out of virtually nothing, Huddersfield Town a level. Well, they won the initial knockdown, and when it dropped to Dwayne Mattis, he buried it low in the corner past Alexander. 19 minutes gone. Good work here from Schofield. And first time, he kept it down and found the corner. First of the season for Dwayne Mattis, who's only 20. Just a couple of league appearances before the start of this season, but you'd never have known it from that finish. Gareth Evans, Irons again. That's a neat ball into Schofield. Just starting to get the run in the midfield now, and that was a handball in there, spotted by referee John Brandwood. So a free kick, Huddersfield Town. It's played in by Schofield. Well, I think Kavanagh would argue he was taking evasive action there. Taken quickly by Irons. Booth trying to get a touch. Schofield, and away by Gabidon, who has hurt himself in the process. Seems okay. Booth got something on it. It was rescued then by Schofield, who did well to get the ball across. And he had 2 Huddersfield men breathing down his neck, Danny Gabidon. Clark's throw. Neat flick by Booth. Up goes Fortune West, helping out, and the whistle has gone. Cardiff free kick. Mattis with plenty of room to work. Thorrington. Having a run at Simpkins, still Thorrington. Ricochet didn't favour it. Boland. Oh, giving it straight back to Mattis, that was careless. Thorrington again. That will be a free kick. Challenge from behind. Plenty forward here for Huddersfield. In by Irons. Oh, real pinball in the box. It could have gone anywhere. And it's actually gone for the goal kick eventually. but it was desperation defending from Cardiff. Gray was right in there. Fortune West couldn't get a touch. Eventually, I think it was Schofield's shot that went wide. The owner waiting in the tunnel for a few words with his team, no doubt, as they will make their way to the dressing rooms very shortly. Half that started so brightly for Cardiff City, but is almost certainly now going to end in parity. One last chance to go forward maybe for Cardiff. Kavanagh. Grayson. Thorne. Oh, that's a bit short. No chance at all of Boland getting there. And Huddersfield could have a break on here. Thorrington with Jenkins outside him, and it was Thorne who raced all the way back and atoned for his earlier error. Referee has blown the whistle to end the half. Cardiff City in front inside 8 minutes. The new man Peter Thorne's first goal for the Bluebirds, but just 11 minutes later Dwayne Mattis got Huddersfield level. Half-time at Ninian Park. It's Cardiff City 1. Welcome back then to Ninian Park. No changes to either side at half-time. Cardiff will want to regain the ascendancy here sooner rather than later. This is Boland. Shot on the ball and gave it to Mattis, the goal scorer. Thorrington. Andy Legg chasing back to try and get a challenge in, and he did as well, and it was a fair one. Half an under from Kevin Gray. In goes Kavanagh. Came off Holland. Kenny Irons sorts it out for Huddersfield. And here's Gareth Evans. Little layoff. Schofield couldn't quite take it forward, but he had a teammate with the pass. Unlike Irons. Kavanagh. Fortune West. Good burst of speed from the big man. And he's got the decision as well. He's slightly surprised Gareth Evans there by taking him on for pace down the touchline. Thorne, Fortune West, Gabidon and Pryor all inside that Huddersfield box. Andy Legg curls it in. Margetson got something on the punch. He had to come through a ruck of players. Kavanagh. Simpkins is the last man for Cardiff. Fortune West is the target. It was hooked up in the air and miscued, in fact, by Gray, whose foot was high, and it's another free kick to Cardiff City. Set up for Kavanagh to hit, and a really good save by Margetson. Wasn't very orthodox, but it was effective. Still the danger not cleared. Kavanagh again. It's a decent ball in. And a very good clearing header by Nathan Clark. Boland. Legg's gone forward, it came off the head of Evans. And Legg will trot over and take the throw. Well, he adjusted really well here, Margetson. Don't think he saw too much of it. In the end, saved it with his feet. Fortune West right in front of the goalkeeper, who's come again. I think it came off Booth, in fact. And Thorrington's header took it away from Willie Boland. Grayson, Legg, Grayson again. Oh, he's got great ball, Grayson. Terrific saving challenge by Kevin Gray. It was for a second, Grayson would have thought he was in there. Schofield, chance to run at Cardiff now. Being closed down by two defenders, Gabidon and Weston. But the referee didn't like the challenge. Here's another look. Taken by Irons and deflected. Corner kick. Chance for Gray to come up. They've got 7 players in and around the box, Huddersfield. For Thorrington's corner. Oh, keeper in trouble. And hooked in. goalkeeping mistake. The goal from Danny Schofield, but Neil Alexander will know it was down to him. 10 minutes gone in the second half, and Cardiff City behind. Thorrington's corner, and just watch Neil Alexander here. He came for it, he lost it, and it was an open invitation for Schofield to score. This is more from Alexander's angle. He got nowhere near it, and Schofield pretty much couldn't miss. Evans. Just a bit too intricate that time from the Terriers. Now Graham Kavanagh for Cardiff, being chased down by Irons, who won it fairly, and here's Schofield for 3-1. He didn't catch it cleanly at all. Well, Jason Bowen is really the only attacking player he's got on the bench. Paul Brayson has been withdrawn. And Bowen is back for his first appearance of the season. He's been injured. And now he comes on with just under half an hour to play. Irons from long range, not a bad try. Going to be 40 yards, and a bit of swerve on it too. Boland. Reece Weston. Fortune West, but my drop here for Kavanagh. It just wouldn't quite come down for him. Well, that was more like it from Cardiff. Played in by Weston. Knocked down by Fortune West, and Kavanagh was very direct here. But it was always rising over Margetson's crossbar. Holland. He's made a decent run forward here, Chris Holland. Looks towards Booth, sliding in. He wasn't far away from it. Another awkward moment here for Cardiff City. Great run by Chris Holland, and his cross so nearly fell to Booth. In goes Bowen. And he's got it again, the substitute. Came away from his marker, and then took on Holland and beat him. Can he find the cross? So nearly reached Peter Thorne, but credit to Nathan Clark for a header that kept his side ahead. Terrific stuff this from Jason Bowen. Came away first from Schofield, and then from Holland. He looked up towards Thorne. Clark got there first. 3 added minutes, still a glimmer for Cardiff City. Although they could be in trouble here. It's Thorrington against Simpkins. He just lost his footing there, did he? No, the referee says he was brought down. Free kick to Huddersfield, which will waste a bit of time as far as they're concerned. And a very decent opportunity to put Cardiff out of their misery here. It's Irons to strike it. I don't think Alexander would have got there. It wasn't too far away. Boland. Kavanagh. The 3 minutes are up. Towards Bowen. Thorne. Just wouldn't come down for Fortune West, and that might be the end of the story today for Cardiff City. Referees had one look at the watch. Handy leg then. This must be the last chance, surely. Into the mixer it goes, but it had no joy for any of those throws. Full time at Ninian Park. Cardiff City beaten for the second time inside 7 days, and beaten at home for the first time in more than 18 months. The goal from Danny Schofield after 55 minutes, a goalkeeping error by Neil Alexander. So there is no record-breaking unbeaten home run for City after Dwayne Mattis had cancelled out The opener for Cardiff from Peter Thorpe. Disappointing then for Alan Cork's side. It's finished here. Cardiff City 1, Huddersfield Town 2.
And I guess the home record had to end sometime. Are you disappointed with the performance or more with the result?
No, I'm disappointed with the result, really. I mean, I thought we were unlucky second half. I say, we're creating our own problems. Their second goal comes from a long throw. Well, a throw into us, and we throw a square ball and we get nicked and out when we defend a corner. Unfortunately, Neil made a mistake, but people make mistakes. Don't worry about that, dear. It's just the way we're doing things at the moment.
What did you make of Huddersfield? They look pretty well organised.
Yeah, good side, yeah. But we knew that at the start of the season they'd be one of the teams at the top. So I mean, they are a good side.
And it's a big week for you, obviously. QPR on Tuesday, and then Brighton here on Saturday. Two teams who are expected to be towards the top end of the table. The players are aware that they've got to sort of step up a gear a little bit now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, we knew at the start of the week it'd be a big week, and we'll be fine. I say at some stage we'll start getting the rubber again, and we'll start scoring loads of goals.
Alan Cork possibly pleased to find a friendly face in the other dugout. Mickey Adams, a former colleague at both Brighton and Swansea. They watched Graham Kavanagh force an early save from Michael Keepers, the keeper in action again to beat out a header from Spencer Pryor, and then making an even better save to deny Peter Thorne, partnered by Paul Brayson instead of Leo Fortune West, in a side that also had Josh Lowe wide on the left at the expense of Andy Legg. Brighton, totally and unashamedly defensive, never looked likely to even create a chance, and it took Cardiff to create one for them. Rhys Weston heading past Neil Alexander, who did get back to claw it out, but only as far as Bobby Zamora. 36 minutes gone, and a shocking goal to give away. No danger at all until what could only have been a breakdown in communication between keeper and defender. Zamora played up front all alone in front of a packed midfield, so long a City target, so pleased with that particular present. Brighton had surprised everybody, including, to be fair, themselves, by arriving at New Park as the team at the very top of the table. Brayson might have done better there, but with Liam Jan and Andy Legg on for Josh Lowe and Michael Simpkins, Cardiff did begin to look a little more dangerous down the flanks. They passed a little better through the middle as well. There's Hamilton, not quite timing his attempt to finish. Graham Kavanagh off injured soon after that, and it really didn't look too good for Alan Cork, already anticipating those awkward questions about the possible arrival of Dave Bassett. Jason Bowen on by now, giving City better balance down the right, although the goal came from the left. Cardiff's crossing had been frankly dreadful for most of the match, until Jan rolled the ball to Legg, who sent in a beauty. Jason Bowen against the post, Paul Brayson with the easiest of equalisers. Only 11 minutes to go, another very good crowd of 12,022, with something to shout about at last. The draw the very least that Cardiff deserved, avoiding a third successive defeat. The manager dismissing talk of changes at the top, but acknowledging the weight of expectation at the club.
That's the best thing about Cardiff. They've got fantastic fans, and they expect things. You expect to be top of the league, but that's fine. But the players have to live with that, and they have to get on with it. And players get nervous like everyone else gets nervous, and they get worried and they make mistakes. But they keep going, they keep playing, they keep passing.
Be patient. He's the right man for the job, but he's big enough and ugly enough to look after himself. He's a good coach, good motivator, and I think all the Cardiff fans have got to do really is just give people time, especially the players, just to settle into the new environment, and then I think really they'll be a force.
We've already had live opera from tenor Lawrence Robinson, and the question is, who's going to bring the big noise on the pitch? Team news, well, it's pretty much as you were. Swindon boss Roy Evans names the same lineup that won 3-1 at Reading last weekend. Paul Edwards and David Duke will play as wing-backs alongside Robinson, Howe and Hewlett in midfield. And the twin strike force this afternoon for the Robins, Danny Invincible and Giuliano Grazioli. And marshalling the troops, 33-year-old Neil Ruddock, a.k.a. Razor. He teamed up with Evans after falling out of favour with Crystal Palace. It's his 8th club, and he spent the summer earning his coaching badge. Alan Cork knows the pressure is on. City 17th in Division 2, but after the 7-1 LDV Trophy Van victory, he reverts to the side that drew with Wigan 9 days ago. That means no place, as we've heard, for the midweek 5-goal hero Gavin Gordon. Thorne and Earnshaw start up front with Paul Brayson in the hole. And for Thorne, it's a return to the club where he spent 2.5 years and scored more than 30 goals. The Robins were pleased when he joined Cardiff for £1.8 million. They got £400,000 due to a sell-on clause. A shot there of Graham Kavanagh, the Cardiff City skipper, for whom they paid £1 million to Stoke, been a big influence in midfield for Cardiff this season. And if we go left a bit, there we go, there is Razor Ruddock. He's the one on the right, the mascot's just on the left, in case you were confused. Swindon then to kick off, attacking the goal away to our left in this first half, and it's one for football ornithologists, the Robins versus the Bluebirds. And in fact, the first time that these sides have met in a league game for 26 years, but it's the more recent history that will concern certainly Cardiff boss Alan Cork, who we've been speaking about. They haven't won in the league for a month, and Swindon aren't about to show them any sympathy. Away we go then, Ruddock pumping it forward for Swindon straight away and forcing Reece Weston on the defensive. Simpkins. Stolen back by Jason Bowen. Grayson. Likes to cut in towards Earnshaw! 1-0 Cardiff City. As called by Bobby Gould. Played in from the left-hand side, and Earnshaw, he's just so deadly from that range, and he steered it into the corner. No chance screaming. 36 minutes gone. Cardiff City ahead.
Well, a smiling little man there. Here's the ball, here's the delivery on his good foot, near post, times his run. Gurney can't get within, and it ends up nestling in the back of that net. What a wonderful sight for Robert Earnshaw. Plagued with that knee problem, but now fully fit again. Once again, build up down the left-hand side. Grayson has a look at the delivery, there it goes, spinning. Gets in front of the defender, and it nestles lovely in that back of the net. What a wonderful sight for Alan Cork and Sam Mann and all the rest of the Cardiff team.
Yeah, that was no tapping, was it? He had plenty to do when the ball came in like that. That was good technique. So Swindon, a goal down. And the Cardiff fans are the ones who are making the noise at the moment. And it's going to be Cardiff City to get us underway then, leading by a goal to nil. And if you've just come in, you've missed a terrific first half for starters, and secondly, Cardiff are attacking the goal away to our left. No changes from Roy Evans at half-time. Does that surprise you a bit, Bob?
No, because he believed in the side at the beginning of the game. They didn't play as well as he would have anticipated or he would have wanted.
Here's Thorne straight away for Cardiff, trying to muscle his way past Gurney. There's some good-natured booing for the former Swindon man from the home fans. That won't bother him. Here's Kavanagh. Just for a second thought about the shot. And that's a poor clearance. A gift here, surely. It's 2-0. It's Jason Bowen, and he can't believe his luck. What on earth was Swindon doing? Inside a minute of the second half, and the lead is double.
Well, the ball's gone up. There's Jason. He's enjoying it. Graham Kavanagh. He tries to put the ball behind there. And as it goes across, he's headed back up. There's a woeful header. Controlled on Jason's stomach, and then just with his left foot there, drives it back home. But what an awful start there for Swindon in the second half. It's just knocked back up. And it's by the midfield player there, Howe. And he'll be having nightmares over that. And I bet you Roy Evans didn't see it. I don't think he was out in the dugout. 2-0, Jason Bowen.
And Peter Thorne is in fact coming off by the look of things. Safety measure, one would think, from Alan Cork.
Yes, Alan Cork there, still giving instructions to Reece Weston. Can we stick it down that far right-hand side? Can we twist them? Can we turn them? Reece coming across, happy little fella there, acknowledging Kevin Gordon as he comes on. £500,000 from Lincoln. Didn't have the best of latter parts of the season with injury, but very talented player. Welcome to the game.
Yeah, straight away won the header. Cardiff playing on with Lowe. Only Earnshaw in the middle. Kavanagh! 3-0. That's it now. They might have had a man down, and Gordon is still being treated. But Kavanagh has capped a terrific captain's display with the third and decisive goal.
Yes, down the right-hand side, we've been saying about Josh Lowe getting to that byline. Here he gets, stretches, steps it up. Great ball to the back post, keeper's adrift. 2 on the back post, on the goal line, couldn't get there. Watch it now, he doesn't look at the player, he just looks at the ball, puts it into the right area. Graham Kavanagh, impeccable all afternoon, and a lovely, smart finish.
That, in fact, is Graham Kavanagh's 4th of the season. And if you discount the LDV trophy, he's the club's leading scorer.
City started well enough as they looked to build on those 2 excellent away wins. Jason Bowen forcing an early save from Joe Murphy. And Gavin Gordon, who again did well in the place of the injured Peter Thorne, also threatening the Tranmere goal, much to the approval of another very good crowd, 13,070, enjoying the sunshine at Ninian Park. They thought they'd enjoyed a goal, and Danny Gabardin's run and cross saw Paul Brayson's header drop only inches over the bar. The closest he came on a quiet afternoon for the usually lively striker. But it was Spencer Pryor's interception that began the move which broke the deadlock. He and Willie Boland combining before finding Andy Legg in space on the flank. A lovely left-footed cross from the fullback, looking up and picking out Jason Bowen way over on the right. He found the finish to match it. 39 minutes gone, both Bowen and Legg again underlining the attacking qualities they bring to the lineup. Legg taking his chance to shine in the absence of Michael Simpkins, another injury victim. Bowen continuing his impressive run of recent form. Also different though in the second half. Cardiff did go close when Graham Kavanagh's shot was deflected narrowly wide, but City's 3rd game in the space of 6 days then seemed to take its toll. Tranmere made and missed a couple of very decent chances as Cardiff tired, several players apparently struggling with a chest infection that's hit the dressing room. After those escapes, they might have sealed it late on. Des Hamilton off the bench, almost putting Robert Earnshaw through. Josh Lowe, another substitute, losing possession with options right and left. And you did wonder if one goal would be enough. It wasn't, but Cardiff very unhappy about what came next. Not for the first time in the afternoon, they felt that Gavin Gordon was fouled by Ian Sharps. It led to Mickey Mellon knocking the long ball forward and Rhys Weston's clearing header, which Stuart Barlow wanted to go out of play. Weston incensed by what he felt was a definite push. The linesman really couldn't have been closer and saw nothing wrong, but it's fair to say fouls have been given for less. The law of contentious corners demanded that would bring a goal, and so it did. Paul Rideout on the end of Mellon's perfectly placed corner, which went over Graham Kavanagh at the near post. The 37-year-old Rideout getting there ahead of his marker, Rhys Weston of all people, just to compound the agony of the young defender. Dismay for Cardiff in the 2nd minute of injury time, the only consolation that it could have been even worse. Weston allowing Barlow to go clear, a desperate effort to save the day, and real fears of a penalty. A terrific tackle though, as it turned out, Rhys Weston just taking the ball before Stuart Barlow went down. So 1 point salvage for Cardiff, but 2 very definitely lost.
I think it was a game where we didn't have any chance. I don't think Neil made a save all day again. And then we didn't really cut them open too much, but, you know, we still had chances near the end to push on if we'd had that killer blow, but, you know, we didn't, and it's cost us again. The referee, I think, should give the foul against Gavin Gordon and probably against Barlow as well, but they've got a corner, we didn't defend it very well, so, I mean, they've scored and, you know, everyone's left the ground, all 13,000 disappointed we're not won the game, you know, but, you know, that's football at the minute, and I'm sure we'll come again. I mean, we've had a good week, we've got 7 points out of 3 games. I think most people are settled for that, but, you know, it's not good enough, really.
There might be close on 140 miles between them, but there's always a real edge to proceedings when the top 2 teams in Wales meet head-on. It's overcast but dry in Wrexham with a 34th clash between the sides. Wrexham boss Dennis Smith has big injury problems, no Miller, Holmes or Rogers, so David Walsh makes a rare starting goal. Carlos Edwards is recalled, and there's a debut at left-back for Kevin Sharp. Sharp has a colourful past. He was born in Canada. He's played at the top level for Auxerre and Leeds. Rather less glamorous, he arrived here on a free from Wigan. It's a case of as you were for the Cardiff manager Alan Cork, who names the same side that drew with Tranmere last weekend. So Andy Legg and Gavin Gordon will continue to deputise for Michael Simpkins and Peter Thorne respectively, leading the line there, Gordon, with Rob Earnshaw. And a meeting with an old friend today for the Bluebirds' ever-present defender Danny Gabardin. Dennis Smith gave him his league debut when the pair were at West Brom. He played against Birmingham and Wolves at the Hawthorns, so he knows a bit about big derby games. And in charge this afternoon is Scott Matheson from Stockport, and Alan Cork has actually called for him to show some discretion because of the nature of a derby. He says he shouldn't be in too much of a hurry to get his book out. We'll come back to that a bit later on. with Dixie, but it's going to be Wrexham to get us underway. Cardiff have spent around 4 million in the last 6 months. That's approximately 4 million more than Wrexham, but this is about passion rather than pounds. First touch for Paul Brayson for Cardiff City. Here's Michael Blackwood. With Whitney making the run outside, I beg your pardon, it's sharp and it's a decent ball in, which Falconbush nearly made, and Carlos Edwards did. And Wrexham take the lead inside 4 minutes with their first attack of the match.
Yeah, that was great play by Wrexham. They managed to switch the ball out to the left-hand side of the pitch. Hill was fantastic. He made a great run on the outside of the winger, Blackwood. Great cross into the box to the far post, and Carlos Edwards at the back post completely unmarked. And the main thing is he hasn't tried to drive this ball hard into the goal. He's just tried to steer it and place it in. And that's exactly what he's done, and it's a great goal and a great start for Wrexham.
Carlos Edwards scores for the 3rd time this season. It was Falconbridge who was making a nuisance of himself, and it broke to Edwards, who controlled the volley really well. Tries header. Reece Weston's clearance. Flicked on there by Gordon. Brayson trying to get onto the rebound here, but he's managed to beat the defender to it. It's Brayson with Earnshaw unmarked and turned in by Gavin Gordon. And it's 1-1. And it all came about because of Roberts' defensive mistake. Cardiff City are back on terms.
Yeah, pretty basic mistake, this one by Stephen Roberts, who's done really well in the last few weeks, but certainly here he should have just made sure that he got the ball into touch. He's just come to try and pinch it, really, and you can't afford to do that. As a defender, rule one is to get the ball out of play. Here we go. Probably on his wrong foot, but he has to knock it out there. Good play by Cardiff, knocking it across to Gordon, and just a simple tap-in.
Very unselfish play by Paul Brayson, who could so easily have gone himself, and in fact he also had Earnshaw on the far post as well. Brayson, Kavanagh, onto that right foot, not a bad try! It's a tremendous goal! What a hit from Kavanagh! He's done hardly anything else in the first half, and he's quieting the Wrexham fans now. It's set up invitingly, he got it over Walsh, it clipped off the underside of the bar, and out of nothing, Cardiff City now are going to lead at the break.
Well, what do you say about that? Not a lot. I think the only thing that was wrong with that, it hit the underneath of the bar. What a great strike. I mean, the ball was dropping nicely for him. And dare we said it, he's been playing deep all game. It's probably the first time he's got that far forward. And what a strike. Brilliant.
All Walsh could do was look back in despair. Here's Blackwood though at the other end. Blackwood, good try and a fine stop by Alexander. And leg will take from the far side with Hamilton up as well as Gabidon. It was Brayson's flick. And it's been forced in by Fortune West. Lax defending again by Wrexham. And now it is 3-1. And now it is a long way back for Wrexham. They just couldn't defend the corner. The Cardiff fans behind the goal celebrate again. But it was a soft one to concede from a Wrexham point of view, Dixon.
Well, it was. We'd played him with a lot of pace to the near post, a little bit of a flick on. Spencer Pry did brilliantly at the back post. I think everybody had given it up. You know, he gets right round the back, manages to get back in, and Fortune West from, 2 yards out, puts it in the back of the net. And as you said, it's a long way back for Wrexham now.
Butterworth, Cardiff City like playing in front of the television cameras, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, another good performance has followed the one at Swindon as well, and it's great to come to Wrexham and win 3-1, to be fair. I think we dominated the game. We had a bit of a sticky spell in the first half, but then we organised a few things, and, you know, we ran out worthy winners, and the lads, you know, credit to them, you know, they did brilliantly today.
Yeah, Wrexham got off to a good start, didn't they?
They did, yeah. I mean, it was bad defending, but there again, they put us under a little bit of pressure in the first 10-15 minutes. We sorted a few things out, and from then on, I think we're worthy winners, and we scored some great goals, you know, and the goal from Graham Kavanagh was superb, you know, and everybody worked hard, and, you know, and this is what we've got to do now. We've got to try and get on a run and be consistent now, and I think that's 7 games now unbeaten, and we've got to pick ourselves up now and go to Bury now on Wednesday and another performance like that.
Ian, thank you very much.
No problem at all.